Orale, what's good, gente? It's me, Gordo, back at it, man. Hey, sorry it's been a minute, but I'm back. Check it out. I got this article I want to read. It's called A Chicano Renaissance, alright? Kind of like the Renaissance Festival, but that's, in a way different fucking thing. But it's right here. It says a new Mexican American generation embraces the term. Okay, so they embrace the term of a Chicano Renaissance. A new Mexican generation embraces the term. All right, and oh yeah, one thing I want to make clear to everybody, because I have got some trolls on here. Who try to talk shit and stuff, talking about, hey, can't even see your eyes and shit, you look like you're asleep. Let me tell you something. I smoke motherfucking weed, and I love smoking wax, okay? And also, just to let you guys know, I am reading from a screen, so it may look like to you like, I'm not, but I'm reading from a screen also, so I just wanted to clear that shit up, for the trolls and shit who, try to say that. And then I got some cool motherfuckers that be like, hey, you look high as fuck, homie. It's cool. I do. I get high. I don't give a fuck. I love to smoke my weed, and that's it. It is what it is. But anyways, let's get back to this. I just wanted to address that shit real quick, though. And it says here, if you take pride in being a Chicano, you stand up, said a young Mexican American. We're here, okay? Yeah, we're here, and we ain't going nowhere. That's for goddamn sure. This article is by Denise Romero. San Diego. The signposts of Chicano Renaissance are everywhere, on the streets and college campuses, in fashion, in art. There's renewed energy around our term associated with the 1960s civil rights and farm worker activism. Now, I mean, that, I'm gonna be honest with you, kind of confuses me a little bit, because I always thought I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not fucking ignorant either, but I know there was farms and shit in Southern Cal, but I always thought, like most of the farming was, up north, way up north. So, but it don't surprise me anyways. Alright, being Chicana means you have a responsibility to your people, said Olivia Paraz, 22, as she strolled along San Diego's Chicano Park in a tank top emblazoned with the word Chicana. Okay, now if anybody's ever been to Chicano Park, I used to live in San Diego, man. I used to live there. In fact, I used to stay downtown on 10th and Beach. It's very close to the fucking beach. Real close to Little Italy. In fact, I used to jump on the San Ysidro trolley, and I'd walk. I kind of stayed past the Wells Fargo bank downtown, and I'll jump on the City College trolley to San Ysidro sometimes, or damn near every day. But while over there, hit Central Market, excuse me, and get some pisto, kick it with the homies and shit. Especially on 420, which is coming up pretty soon. 420. They always have like some nice cars and shit parked out there. They're always doing something. I'm gonna see if I can find some of my old videos that I have. I have some really good videos that I had recorded last time I was there. I believe was in 2012. So it's been a minute, but yeah. Anyways, let me get back to this. Chicano is a word popularized by an older Mexican American generation, but it has been experiencing a reveal. It's been experiencing a revival. I'm sorry, at a time when an expanding young Latino population is asserting its place as the country wrestles over issues of race, rhetoric, and identity. Rhetoric or rhetoric and identity. I'm sorry. Like I said, excuse some of my some of my words. I mean, shit. I read the best I can. Obviously, I can read, good shit, but gotta get the water in. Anyways, here in Southern California, we're having a cultural and political renaissance of the term, said Alejandro Jose Gradila, associate professor of Chicano Studios and African American Studies at the California State Fullerton. So this vato, he obviously, he's a professor, Alejandro Jose Gradila, and so he studies all this. And he is a professor at California State University, Fullerton. The backdrop for the resurgence includes the Golden State, where Latinos now are 39% of the population. Man, I mean, we all know that Califas has a bunch of raza. I mean, it's just like Arizona, Texas. I mean, at one time it was all actually Mexico. So I mean, it's a given. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, and represent California's largest racial or ethnic group. More than a third of them are age 20 or younger, according to the California Senate's Office of Research. So this is all done by the California Senate Office of Research and shit. They came to the terms that California is 39% of population as of Latinos are 39%, or Mexican American, or however you want to say it. The recharge movement is a metaphorical safe space for young Mexican Americans and Latinos who feel battered not only by President Donald Trump's policies and rhetoric regarding south of the border immigrants, but also by a far right embattled by his rhetoric embedded by his rhetoric. I'm sorry. In San Diego's Chicano Park, demonstrators twice stood up to far right protesters who targeted the National Historic Landmarks flag, which includes a slogan, "This is my land." And from what I understand, when I was there, one of the OGs told me, Peanut Gilbert, he had told me that at one time, I guess they wanted to build a police station in the 60s. So basically, the gente got together and they fought, and that's how Chicano Park became. That's what I was told, you know, by one of their OGs from Logan Heights, Gilbert Peanut, and the park with this large collection of murals and its own Chicano activism roots is in Logan Heights, San Diego's oldest Mexican American neighborhood. And I'll tell you what, man, when I first moved over there from Arizona, I felt like I was home, man. It felt like, it felt like I was home, because I felt comfortable there. It just the people, everything, man. I felt like I was home, and I embraced it. I loved it, and like I said, I used to meet almost every day over there. You know what I'm saying? And I had many good times, man. Many good times out there, and met a lot of good gente, and man, and I'm gonna go back real soon. I just gotta take care of some issues that I have going on out there. I'm not gonna really speak on that, but yeah, as soon as I take care of that, I'm gonna head back out there, man. Also, I used to stay in Inglewood, man. I'll tell you what, you guys are lucky with that weather, boy. That weather is beautiful. Anyways, another thing, and if you guys ever do get to go out to San Diego, stop at the Cuatro Milpas. It's a Mexican restaurant. It's on the way, basically going to Logan Heights, and the only weird thing about it is they only got like 3 things on the fucking menu, but a lot of people like it, man. So I don't know, try it, man. That's all I gotta say, Yeah, and it gets fucking packed. It gets packed. And okay, so it says right here, it's one of the oldest, San Diego's oldest Mexican American neighborhood. Logan Heights, Red Steps, the 30s, shout out to all you vatos, man. I mean, like I said, I met a lot of good gente out there, man. And let me get back to the story. It says the gloves are off with the all right, said University of San Diego ethnic student professor Alberto Lopez Pulido, a longtime member of the Chicano Park Steering Committee. He has volunteered as a community organizer in nearby Logan Heights for more than a decade. Wow. And La Tierra Mia, San Diego. Yeah. I remember Chicano Park. That's an old mural. I've noticed. I've seen some pictures, and they've touched up a lot of the murals and shit like that. Let's see what else it says. I'm gonna read this part, and then I'm gonna go down to the origins, and I'm gonna cut it, and I'm gonna tell you a little bit about Chicano Park, what I know of. We're gonna stand up to this, he said, of the far right events that led to the clashes in the park. The park is definitely a sacred space. William A. Nercio, director of the Master of Arts in Liberal Arts and Sciences program at San Diego State University, described the recent renaissance as Chicanoism. Man, this band's like fucking weird ass word. Trump's actions, words, and tweets have made Chicano style activism more necessary, he said. And that is so fucking true, man. That's so true. I mean, because you know, there's a lot of us Chicanos who can vote, but we don't get out there and vote. And I'm not gonna lie, for one, my old lady, I pushed her and pushed her and pushed on her to go vote this last time when Trump was running. And but see, nobody thought Trump was gonna get it, so a lot of people didn't vote. Nobody expected Donald Trump to fucking win. Period. So a lot of people didn't vote, and that's where we fuck up. So if you can vote, go vote, man. All right, now it says a little bit right here about the origins of Chicanos. The term Chicano first came into a wide usage among Mexican Americans in the late 1960s as young activists stood atop the shoulders of the United Farm Workers Organization, Dolores Huerta and Cesar Chavez, and other Mexican American leaders who fought for an expansion of the civil rights, focusing on wages, education, and fair housing. Okay. Now, see, I mean, I don't know about that. I mean, they say that's the origins of, I don't know if they're saying that that's the origins of where the name came from, or because I heard otherwise. I could have heard wrong. I never read it myself or seen it myself, so I don't know. But from what I understand, Chicano came from the Indios back in the day because they couldn't say Mexicano, so they would say Chicano. So that's where I heard the word came from, but I don't know if that's what they're insinuating here, or trying to, I don't know, but it's about time, man. We all, and that's one thing I give my gente in California, man. A lot of gente out there, they stand up for what they believe in. They'll go out there, they'll picket, they'll fucking riot, they'll tear shit up, whatever they gotta do, So, I mean, not that I'm saying that that's the right thing to do, because not by any means am I trying to say to go out there and riot is the right thing to do. Because if anything, we're just tearing up our own shit. You know what I'm saying? But from what I experienced out there in San Diego, man, it was nice, man. It was very beautiful. And like I said, man, if you're out there or you get a chance around 420, which is coming up pretty soon in a couple months, man, make sure, they always have some nice ass shit out there. They have a lot of car shows. They always have something popping off. And like they had said earlier, that now it's a sacred place. And you know what? That is so true. Because right here it says the park is definitely a sacred space. And you know what? You know why it's even more sacred now? Is because the simple fact that they have ceremonies. They do ceremonies there. They have the Azteca dancers that go out there and dance and show the gente our culture and try to teach them. I've seen them out there doing prayers and all kind of, neat shit, man. It's, we're so decolonized, man. We've been so decolonized from our history and our real identity of who we are, and, but that's why it's up to us to try to feed our brains with as much as we can and learn about our culture, because I'll tell you what, our culture is one of the most beautiful things in the world. I'm telling you, we have such a beautiful culture, man. Um, Look at Mexico City, the F out there, all the ruins and shit, man. When I would love to go out there and go see that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I try to read up as much as I can on certain books, certain things. It's just the best thing I can say is just either way you look at it, we're in a different time now. Okay, we're in a different time. We've been decolonized for so long. We can only get so much of it back, okay? Being that times have changed so much, just like, for instance, from like when our parents in the 50s, how things were then to the 60s, and then, how they went to being hippies, and then the 70s, it started being more like the disco and shit like that, and then the 80s, times just change. So the only thing we can do for ourselves is educate ourselves and feed our brains with as much shit as we can, and that's it. That's all we can do, and pass it down to our kids. Honestly, I don't celebrate Thanksgiving, and I haven't for the last 4 years. And the only reason why I don't is because, for one, Christopher Columbus did not find the United States. That's just BS. Our kids are taught that shit in school. It's wrong. And then another thing is, this so-called dinner that they sat down and broke bread. That's bullshit. They basically gave us diseases and measles and smallpox and all that shit, and blankets and shit to kill off our people. They knew what the hell they were doing, man. These the Europeans, man. So but anyways, that's not what this video's about. I just wanted to read. Well, it is about that. My bad. But because it has a lot to do with it. But I hope you guys like this video, man, and I appreciate everybody out there who supports me. Do me a favor, man, hit that like button, that subscribe button. Make sure you drop a comment, man. Please keep it respectful, because on some real shit, we're all grown men at the end of the day. And honestly, this back and forth bullshit, man, I get some fucking trolls on here, man, that just come out with some off the wall shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's to be expected. I don't care. You can hit a thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever. It don't matter. But I do appreciate everybody who supports me, man, because without you guys, there would be no roll call state to state. And like I said, here real soon, I'm going to be having some merch real soon. And also, I want to start doing on the weekends. I'm going to start playing some oldies and shit, and different music, and just I'm going to go live, and people tap in from everywhere, all states, car clubs, your city, state, just everybody tap in, say fuel, I'll give you guys a shout out. That's it, man. Something fun, I'm just trying to have fun with this shit, and that's it, man. And there's so many damn prison channels and this and that shit, so. And I just want a little different twist on mine, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, do me a favor, hit that like, that subscribe button. And I appreciate everybody again. And I'm out. Gracias for watching.